true crime. Toes for 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 true crime.
Hello everybody, welcome to Turning Over Every Stone. You can call me T.O.E.S. It's going to be a quick video again. Just kind of want to talk about some things that were going through my mind and reminiscing. And I remember when this case first started and I heard that it was mentioned that the house was targeted. And it just didn't make sense to me at the time, but maybe now it might make a little bit more sense to me if that was the case. And this is all speculation and, my opinion, so just bear with me here. So I got to thinking on just life and how everything kind of ends on how it begins. And ever since this case has began, us as the viewers and YouTubers, our peace has been disturbed. Not as much as the families of the ones who lost their children, Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee. Their peace has definitely been disturbed, but so is ours, So it's like, it just makes me wonder, did somebody's peace get disturbed in Moscow, in that neighborhood? And I really don't feel like it was the neighbors per se. I think they were more or less used to the noise of that house and maybe knew that that house was somewhat of a party house, and they probably got used to it. And it got me to thinking about, which is the title of this video, nostalgia. And my dad, he's a nostalgic person. He's from Montana, and when he grew up there in Montana as a kid, it was just pretty much farms, and there wasn't much going on out there. Rivers and creeks, and whoever lived across the road, it was a much more simpler place and time for him. But I noticed as I was a young kid, and even now, the more that he would go back and visit there, he would experience negative feelings of nostalgia. He would say, oh, there was a hill there that I used to run down and look. Now there's a Walmart there. Oh, this world is going to craps. Or he might see a new group of people that have moved into the town and say, oh, things are getting different around here. It's not like how it used to be. And so it just makes me wonder, could someone in that area have been affected by what you call nostalgic depression? And it's a real thing. It was first discovered by Johannes Hofer, and it's Greek for nostos, which means return, and algos for pain. So it pretty much means the suffering evoked by the desire to return to one's place of origin. And there's many things that can trigger nostalgic depression, or just even nostalgia at that. Music, smells, sights, property, like houses, or maybe like a childhood house that you might have grown up in, and you come back some years later and it's not what you remembered it as. Or that house, your mother might have made the best pancakes and whatever for you in the morning, and your nostalgic memory is connected to that house like that. But you could have at times where you might leave, go away, see the world, and come back, and you see that place and it's not what you remembered it as. You might even feel as if it's being disrespected, or in modern day times, it could be completely tore down and a business put there, and you just might not like the sight of it because it disturbs your nostalgic memory. You know, I even once heard that that house was called the Rad House, and it was a predominantly male, a male fraternity house, or a house where male members had lived. And excuse me here, actually had to write notes because I'm scattered brain like that, so I hope you guys don't mind. But it's all from the heart, trust me on that. And so, with all that being said, it got me to thinking. You know, say if a person did have a problem with that house, and it being college orientated. So let's say, for example, if the same issue was occurring on Greek Row, there would be more accountability. You could go to the president. There's people actually you can speak to, so that the ones that are violating the policies, or violating, the university policies, where they can be dealt with on a personal matter. But I would imagine when you're dealing with an off-campus house, and especially if the owner is not within the state, it might be hard to, you know, invoke discipline on the people that are violating your policies, or maybe making the police work too hard, or I don't know. But, it just really got me to thinking. And you would also think, with what happened at King Road, that there would have been victim compensation, not just for the victims, but even for the homeowner. He won't ever be able to normally rent that house out if it was still standing. It's knocked down, but I still find it odd, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys do too, that he had donated that house to the university. So, that being a conclusion, I just wanted to talk about nostalgia, and it could be a good thing. And from what researchers say, it's a predominantly negative thing. Um, Anybody's susceptible to it. It doesn't matter if you're wealthy or if you're poor, or what demographic of life you come from. We all have nostalgic memories. Anybody separated from their native place for a long time, they're going to be vulnerable to nostalgia and nostalgic memories. So, that being said, I would like for your guys' input and your comments, which have been great. Everybody's comments have been great. The way that you guys have been conducting yourself on my channel, I sure do appreciate it. It makes it a little bit easier for me to come in front of this camera and speak to you guys, because I'm already, queasy about that. But I do thank you for your time. Welcome to Turning Over Every Stone, and you can call me Toes. Have a good day.